Hey Aldi's Isle of Shamers, it's Maria coming to you with my product review, and I'm trying out my probably last hat that I have because I told you I don't have that many, so if it falls off in the middle of the video, just look away. My daughter will probably message me and tell me, Mom, you're not wearing that right, so maybe I'll get a tutorial from her. But anyway, I'm going to show you what products I have tonight, and then it's early bedtime because it's been a really long day. I had an ingenious idea one day. Well, first it started out by a recipe that was on Facebook for cooking a giant skillet cookie, chocolate chip of course, in the crock pot. Well, that's a whole other video on itself on how it came out. It was interesting to say the least, but I laughed a lot. But then I said, okay, you know what? I've got this big container of steel cut oats and I want to cook those. And if you know anything about steel cut oats, you have to allot like 30 minutes for those suckers to cook. So don't try and do them on the way out the door in the morning because it won't happen unless you like chewing, you know, little rocks because they didn't break down and cook. But what I did do, excuse me, what I did do is put them in the crock pot. The thing is, I poured in like 3/4 of the canister, and so it took like 8 or 10 cups of water. And my crock pot was big enough because it holds like, I don't know, 8 quarts, 1,000,000 quarts, something like that. But then I had, you know, 8 to 1,000,000 quarts of steel cut oats when it was done. I'm like, oh my goodness, what am I gonna do with this? Well, I shared my woes on Facebook, and one of my friends said, you know, you can freeze those when they're done. Just portion them in individual bags. I'm like, no, I didn't, but thank you. I love you. You're my new best friend. So, ta-da! I have like 1,000,000 of these, and I just use cheap Ziploc bags. Actually, these are Aldi Ziploc bags. They're not freezer ones, but I'm going to put it in the microwave and throw this little, thaw this little lump of healthy goodness out. And use some milk on it, you know, put some fruit in it or something like that. But anyway, so I have like 20 packets of those in the freezer. So I have steel cut oats for days and days and days and days. But anyway, so there's that. All these oatmeal, love it, love it, love it. And don't think I love everything that they have, because I do have products I'll show you later that I don't like, the ones that I haven't gotten rid of yet. But then there's other ones that I've stopped buying because I didn't like them. But right now we're on the love list. Maybe that's because it's Valentine's Day tomorrow. So old-fashioned oats, I do like these. I don't like the instant oatmeal, so I actually put these in the microwave for I think about 3 minutes. You know, you just have to watch it when you put, I don't know if the water boils over, but if you use milk, I can't remember, maybe they both boil over. You have to watch it because they will boil over, and then that's just a hot mess. Get it? Hot mess. Told you it's been a long day. So anyway, then the last thing, somebody was talking about last night, they were doing a carb-conscious diet and going for low sugar and all that. Totally get it. Totally, totally trying to be healthier myself. So these bars, I bought these bars, and I learned a little thing about these bars because I got to the register and somehow I'd managed to pick up all the ones that were like $4.99. I'm like, really? There were some that were supposed to be $3.99. Where are those? I thought this was those, and I went back and talked to the manager, and he's like, no. So he showed me a little trick, which I will share with you, is right here, it tells what type it is. And then you have to match the flavor right here to what's on the end cap, you know, on the sticker. You know what I'm trying to say, the sign on the oh geez, the sign that labels the item. So match that right up here, and then your flavor, because there's just certain flavors, and that way it's like your own secret decoder ring. These have about, I can't see this, 22 grams of carbohydrates, and I think that's about 9 grams of protein. I think they're around 160 calories. I've probably got my finger over it so you can see it for yourself right there in case I'm wrong, and there's 5 in a box. They do taste really good. And they are labeled carb conscious, so you just have to decide where that fits in with your diet and for the macronutrients that you are trying to stay within. And I have this flavor too, which I haven't opened it. I had a peanut butter one, which I really liked, but I ate all those, so they must have been really good. Anyway, I'm approaching 5 minutes, so it's time to cut it off, and I'll see you guys again soon.